So one question that I get a lot is, how did I meet my wife? That's a long story. I could definitely say that. And today I have the beautiful Miss Baker here with me to tell me, or sorry, not tell me, tell you how we met and what that story is. So I mean, in terms of where it started, we met, and this is the part that most people don't believe. So we actually met in the 6th grade.
Yep.
The love of my life ended up coming to my school. So she came to me in my life, and this is where it gets a little bit biblical, because they say he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I certainly found her, for sure. And yeah, we were 11 years old, and it just felt right. I don't even really know what to say. We had puppy love. That's basically what it was. It was puppy love, but it was so weird how right. I can't explain how right it felt to have you in my life at that time.
Yeah.
Not like I didn't know that I would marry you at that moment.
No, it was like an elementary school crush. It
was just like an elementary school crush, but for some reason everything was firing on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me tell you this much, okay? If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But, we had that kind of bond where I was like, yo, meet me at the fountain.
Meet me at the fountain at 1:30.
Like at last recess, meet me at the fountain right before you go outside or after you go outside. That's so funny now that we talk. But we had that kind of love where it was just like, it was so weird. Like, it wasn't, I can't say it was matured love, but it was just raw. It was very raw.
Yeah.
Little did I know that you were kind of going through something at the time, and she was very quiet.
Very shy.
Very quiet. But I don't know. It was weird because I like that about you. I like the fact that you weren't, like loud and obnoxious, because at that school.
There were quite a few.
You know what I'm talking about. After that year of us just being, I guess you could say boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
We were dating.
As like grade 7.
As 11-year-olds turning 12. Yeah, she moved.
I left the school.
My heart shattered, guys.
I left the school.
My heart shattered. And so she came into my life, and then she left. And it was so weird because when you left, like, it wasn't even really bad terms. It was just like,
it was just not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
We didn't really have like.
It was more like I'm in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
I can't travel.
I don't have a phone.
30 minutes distance. I mean, I don't even know how to take the bus.
Yeah, but we didn't have, well, you had a phone. I didn't have a phone. Mm-hmm. So it was.
No. You had a phone. I didn't have a phone. I had basically an iPad. I had a Samsung tablet.
Every single time I went home, my phone was taken from me anyways, so.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pretty much like.
On a strict program, bro. Strict. Yo, listen.
Very strict.
I should have caught the signs from like early, that she was on a strict program. But yeah, we didn't have much contact, and that's why everything kind of fell apart. And I think at some point we messaged each other and we're like, hey, like, let's just call it a quits for now. And yeah, we spent some time growing up separate. Yeah. What was that like for you?
I mean, probably not the same as what you experienced.
Don't even go there yet. Don't go there, no.
For me, it was just a matter of finishing school. Like, that's all I wanted to do.
Right.
It was just like, just finish school, get out of high school, whatever. Like, Mm-hmm. I think for me, it wasn't like being with somebody wasn't a main focus. Mm-hmm. Once I left the school that you were at. Mm-hmm. Because it was just like.
I mean, we're still kids.
There's no point. I was still a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I was moving. There's a lot of stuff going on with my family, too. So it wasn't even like, let me try and find a boy. And on top of that, I was moving schools all the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, is it smart for me to try and find somebody if I'm probably going to have to repeat the cycle that I already did?
Yeah. Okay, that makes good sense.
That's essentially why I wasn't just like, whatever. Like, just finish school, get the job done, and then move on to high school pretty much, because high school is the next
Yeah.
The
Oh, you're
next
just talking about elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about like just all the way
Just in
until like
general?
basically the end of high school too.
And high school was, well, through high school was also weird because it was like, I wasn't really looking for somebody and then things happened
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up with somebody. So it's hard to really like explain that, but I think it was all just like a learning and building process and like getting from like who I was to like who I needed to be.
That sounds a lot more picture perfect than mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, for me it was just like,
No, like I'm not. No, don't get me
I
wrong,
don't know how
baby.
to
That
describe.
I love the fact that that's kind of where your mind was. I mean, we still know that there's still like a little bit of. You know.
yeah, like it wasn't like the most scenic.
Yeah.
It was just me trying to get through a whole bunch of things and like coping with things.
But if you put yours beside mine, you
Well-
glided through high school.
I forced myself to glide through high school.
No, for sure. You know what though,
forced
and that's what I loved about you though, is that you forcefully kept yourself separate from the standard of the high school girl at the time, and I think that that's very important because I don't know. I feel like you got enough experience as to what you needed.
Yeah, in a way. I think for me it was more just like my morals.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really necessarily understood what my morals were at that age, but it was just like I saw what other people were doing and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Like I don't want to be known as like this person running around school messing with this person, that person. Like to me, my name and like my image mattered more than like just like giving myself to somebody or you know what I mean? Like I could not imagine something coming back to me and somebody coming to me and be like, oh, I heard you were with this person. No, wrong person. Wrong person. Because it wouldn't have been me.
That's my wife. I'm just.
But that's the thing. I didn't understand that, and there were so many examples of what I could have done, especially being in school. Like you see so many people like smoking and doing all these things. Like yeah, I could easily do that. And a couple things I did fall into, but it's just like it was more things that I knew were just me. Getting involved with a whole bunch of people was not something I was gonna do, and it was for the sake of whatever morals that I had at the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily understand it. It was just like a constant reminder of don't do this.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you had that, especially that understanding. Honestly, babe, I'm proud of you because like that is not how my life went.
Yeah.
All the crap that I was seeing, the stuff that I shouldn't have been getting myself into, I fell into. That's it. I was seeing people drink and smoke. I'm like, I'm in there, and I can't be left out, or I gotta be that guy. I feel like it sucks to say, but trying to be that guy inside of a world, I don't want to say filled with like degenerates, but like, you get what I'm saying?
The only reason why I think it's different for you versus me is that the role that you played, or at least like the examples that you had, were older examples.
Yeah.
Like you had older brothers already in that versus me.
Yeah.
Being the eldest, I didn't have people. Like I obviously had examples in my life, a lot of them being elderly examples, but like for me, my biggest worry like going through high school was also the image of my siblings.
Yeah.
So like I know whatever I did would fall back on them. Mm-hmm. And I thought about that all the time. Like if the high school that I went to knew me for being a specific person, when my siblings step foot into that school, the school will know them for that too.
That person too.
So like that's what I mean. I feel like it's different because your brothers were very just.
They set a different example for me. But
yeah, like they had
I also want to say though, like I don't really mean to use the word degenerates. I feel it's a harsh term. You know what I mean?
The conviction issue.
Yeah, I'm like that's a bit of a harsh term. That's not like I'm just gonna say, in a world where a lot of people are misled. And that's really what it is. It's
just more common.
We find our way later on inside of life. But in terms of, I guess, our story, you did go through that portion of your life by yourself. In high school, then, after I was going through my relationship and that relationship and this and that, and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm rapping, I'm, you know,
Experimenting, yeah.
at some point we found our way to, you know, start texting again.
Like
And
become friends again.
yeah, we always had each other on social media when social media came out. I don't even remember when it did.
I think it was like right
I think
after
it was
I left.
funny actually. I think literally right after you left, Instagram launched basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a very interesting time because when I did message you, I was just getting out of a relationship. And I wasn't really just trying to shoot my shot at that time. I think I just needed somebody to actually speak to. And we started chatting again, and it just felt so natural. Once again, it just never felt unnatural. I always felt like you should have been in my life. Not in the sense of being just like a significant other, but it just, life didn't feel right if I didn't have you in my life as somebody. You know what I mean? And that's, for me, I feel like that's what God can do before you even experience God, is that God will still place specific people within your life before you even know Him, and set it in stone and say, oh, this person's important. You don't know why they're important, but this person's important, you know? So long story short, guys, got through high school. And then after high school was done, actually, funny enough, we both graduated COVID-19.
We barely graduated.
We didn't,
like it wasn't even a graduation.
It wasn't even a graduation. For those of you who didn't graduate on COVID-19, one of the worst graduations ever. We didn't have prom.
We didn't have like a graduation ceremony.
We didn't have a graduation ceremony. My graduation ceremony was driving through the kiss and ride, driving through the school at the front, picking up my diploma, high-fiving the principal, and leaving.
At least you had connection. Mine was
Oh, actually, no, I didn't even touch them. No, I couldn't. That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't. They gave me the thing and then that was it. I didn't even high-five them.
At least you got to see people though. They literally sent us like a PowerPoint link almost.
That's horrible.
And it was like literally like a slideshow.
That's
graduation,
horrible.
And we just saw our names like
credits
in a movie.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, you were at this school.
When you graduated, congrats.
End. Goodness. Anyhow, so we got through that, and then ending high school, we're both trying to find ourselves, especially during COVID-19. I felt like I found myself a lot throughout that time, and not the man that I am today. I want to say that very clearly. I just understood a little bit more about myself during that time. I can't necessarily say I even found who I truly am and who I stand to be today, because I was still far from Jesus at the time. I didn't have that part of me, so I was very incomplete at that time.
Yeah.
But in that, ending that time, I was out of a relationship, but doing a lot of stuff at that time. You were in a relationship. And
Rarely,
and then from there, we both kind of panned out of that as well. Like, I got into a bad relationship, went on, whatever else. And passing that time, we were still in conversation with each other, you know, still, of course, respecting each other's relationships.
Yeah.
I'm not texting at midnight or nothing like that. But I guess when everything ended, it was just, like, we both knew. That's what I think. I think at that point we both knew.
I think it kind of just like naturally flowed into it. Yeah, like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, we have to, rebuild a connection or become friends.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like a continuous like being friends, just translated into us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though. I was tired of the streets. I'm just keeping it real right now.
I never stepped foot in the streets.
She didn't. I was tired of the streets. Listen, I was exhausted, and that's basically, I guess that's our story. And
that's pretty much like start, I guess.
The start to the start.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not start to finish, but I think there was a lot of growing that, like, we didn't need to necessarily rebuild our friendship because we've been friends since the beginning, but I think it was just like a matter of growing through different things on a different level. Yeah. Because in like grade 6, you're not really growing through things. You're just show up at school, give each other a hug, go to class, meet at the water fountain. Like,
Yeah,
that's
there's nothing
you
much.
know, like,
but
there wasn't not substance,
there
but
was
like
there was just
there's
connection.
only so much you can do.
Yeah,
as
there's
a
just
kid,
connection.
You know?
Yeah.
Versus like now stepping into like having to move in with each other or like go through different
different hurdles inside of
things.
life. And I think what we've always wanted to do is just spend a lot of time with each other, but we never had the opportunity to. But for me, honestly speaking, as well, is that I had an encounter with the Lord, and that's really what revealed to me that I should actually pursue you. It's funny that it all worked out the way that it was, but there was a point in time, and I can say this because you know it too, but there was a point in time that you were just basically just waiting for me.
Oh, for a long time.
Yeah,
But
but
like it was longer than I may talk about. But I'm just the reason I the reason I say a long time was because when I left the school in grade 6, there was something in me that was like, at some point we'll probably get back together. This was like grade 6 like delusion. Like in my mind at that time it was just like, oh, we'll end up together one day.
yeah,
And I thought about that for so long.
Mhm.
And it was one of those things where I just kind of carried it as the years went. Could have been the reason why I didn't try and pursue anybody else.
Mhm.
Like I was just holding on to this faith that one day we would get back together again.
yeah,
But at the same time, like towards the end of high school, I think that's where I was tested because it was like I started to feel like, okay, I'm getting to this point now where I'm getting older. Like I didn't have a goal to get married young,
Mhm.
but I think it was like I did want to find somebody at some point. So I think that's what led me to like falling into things with obviously my ex and things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure.
But something in me still had that hope that one day, kind of like we would reconvene and like this.
It's funny, like I told you this the other day, but I told you this a while ago. But when I was going towards relationships, I was trying to find you in other people.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
I remember that.
And I felt like you basically, the way that you just explained it as well, is like we were kind of looking for the qualities that we shared with each other
In other people.
in other
yeah.
people. However, we were just best friends. So for me personally, I was like, yo, I don't want to ruin this relationship. It's my best friend. And I was always afraid to cross that line because I'm like, I don't want to lose you for good because I already lost you once.
Was that like your thought process
Oh,
towards
100%.
me?
Oh my gosh,
okay.
Yeah. We might as well just title this video right here, How We Met.
Because that's basically
That's basically it. We
video
didn't even get a
long.
chance to get through